Well, I'm excited because we have a chance right now with Dave on the floor to talk to Guerra himself and get his thoughts heading into this first matchup of today. So let's send it down to Dave and see what Guerra has to say.
Alongside me here this morning is Guerra of Team Kanga. Guerra, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. It was a little bit early, but I'm doing fine.
Yeah, so you guys come off a tough loss yesterday. Very hard fought, very close game. How's the team feeling this morning?
I mean, we didn't have too much practice in yet because I arrived Wednesday. Right. So we're just looking to get practice in and then improve over the season.
So what does a Thursday night look like at the Kanga team house before a game on Friday? It doesn't happen every week, but is there any last minute prep you guys put in to going into today?
We looked over the drafts, what they pulled out against Navi, and they definitely had some interesting things what we figured out, and hopefully we can counter some of it.
So looking at that specifically, today you guys go against the defending world champions of Envy. Any specific practice that goes into that?
Nah, they're definitely a good team. They're the favorites by far. They've been practicing all season, and we just got here. We just started practicing. We only had a couple of days in, so we just have to see what we can get.
Well, thank you very much. Best of luck to you guys today. Sending it back to the guys on the desk.
Thank you so much, Dave. It seems like Guerra's keeping expectations pretty low for today.
I think that's important to manage expectations.
Chronix looked really good on the Cassie, too.
Yeah,
How much does he have to overperform, or at least stay up to his usual game-changing standards in order for Kanga to get the result?
Well, hopefully they don't allow him to get this bread, but Rubu looks like he's already got himself a low.
Chronix got the sneak stuff.
Taking the call, man.
And this is something you can't mess with. Give me my Air Jordans any day. I got a pair. I didn't buy them, though. My parents
Sorry, I
gave
got
them to
distracted
me.
and completely didn't answer your question.
And Bright Marsh is the location. Let's get started. Game one, set one. It's Envy versus Kanga. Dave Gore, take it away.
Chronix got the sneaks. Rubu's got the bread. Those are going to be some of the funnier team intros that we have. Great talking to guys this morning. Both teams seem like they're feeling good going into today. I think they all realize that it's a long season, but win on the board here in Bright Marsh, our first location.
And they've got a good draft for Bright Marsh, and honestly just for themselves. Something they were very comfortable on yesterday was the Ash. We had actually heard the desk talk about that, but being able to pick up this Cassie, another thing that played an important role throughout their set. And you get Evil Eye on something he's comfortable on and can do a lot of work, but whether or not Eevee's going to be successful here is really the big question mark. I need to see him get a couple of kills, make that big difference, and prove its worth.
Well, he's looking for some damage to start things off, nearly dropping Noob on this, nearly predicting the Billow back into the shot there. Envy off to a quick 39% lead there, but Rubu instead finds Rhino on the Ash. That's a big loss, but Evil Eye finally drops Random Noob on the backside. Kanga now taking over the point. Health bar's going very low. Rubu gets himself the second of this fight, but Evil Eye's not done yet, looking for the Barrack, unable to clean him up just yet. He's going to go low. Oh, he has 3 health. He literally has 3 health, and he finally dashes back in, and Hayes gets him in the pool. That is so unfortunate.
He was so low.
Friday morning starting off just as hot as Thursday afternoon did for them. 4 streaked out members, and starting off very well here on Bright Marsh. I mean, they got 2 ultimates. Kanga's got 3, almost 4. They need to change something up here for Kanga if they want to find a stop.
You know, one of the things I'm noticing that's causing a lot of trouble for Kanga, and this causes a lot of trouble for any team, Makoa is good in competitive play. That's just going to be a fact. It doesn't matter whether you are the team that is ahead or behind. Makoa is going to be a good pickup for you. And the thing that's going on here for Kanga is when you're coming in as the underdog, maybe giving up Makoa, like, it's not a death sentence, but you let Rubu have something that he can be aggressive on. He's obviously hitting a lot of these hooks. He's getting in your face and causing a lot of trouble. This is a very good reprieve, but Kanga are getting a defense a minute into Bright Marsh. It's a shorter map. Envy definitely have the capability to push them back down. It's only going to be the front lines. He's gone a little too far back on the side of that Leon, but they have enough damage anyway. They can still push him down, and now the payload has a lot more of a chance going in.
And it's just these staggered kills. There's like 1 pick here, 1 pick there, and it's just enough to keep this payload moving forward. Envy are getting a little low on health. They have to be careful. Their Damba's still there. 26 streak now for Mr. Hayes, making it 27. Kanga starting to fall back and forth. Ash is going to be the last line of defense here, and if she falls, it's going to go through, and it is going to go through, and Envy find themselves a clean 4-0 victory off the start.
It comes down to, can Evil Eye keep Rock Monkey under control here so Chronix can do something? And we know yesterday when Chronix had the opportunity, he was being very, very successful.
Well, it's time to see if they can tie it up or if Envy, the defending world champs, will take game 2. Let's send it down to your casters to get it going.
Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Nick. Frozen Guard. Game number 2, the House Rock Band strumming away in the back. I can hear the maestro clicking his little, what's that thing called?
Baton
on the stand in the back. I think the potency of a Rock Monkey Leon and a random noob Eevee is not something to scoff at.
And I mean, and that's even glancing over the fact that Rubu is on
Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Right.
Like he's
Right.
going to be so happy on this Ruckus, and this is going to be what I kind of expect.
Chronix was on top of the damage charts a minute ago, looking to weave in a little bit more damage, still on top, so doing his best to keep his team in it here, doing his best on that Cassie, some of that chunk damage certainly helping keep him up there, but doing the best that he can. Find some chunk there onto the Ruckus. The lift up onto the Ruckus equals one dead Ruckus. Tolkien finds a kill onto Joel's as well, but 87% here for Envy. They got to be careful if you're Kanga not to give it up.
And this is
Kanga finding some finding some space. I'm just moving right on. I'm trying to dwell on that horrific atrocity as little as possible. Kanga finding some space. Actually, wasn't that bad. I need to give you credit. That was pretty good.
no,
Evil
don't
Eye.
give me credit. That's
Evil
worse
Eye.
because I'll do it again.
Never. Evil Eye finds himself 3 in that fight, actually, so the Zen actually starting to pay off. Chronix finds 1 as well, and Envy on the back foot for seemingly the first time here on Frozen Guard, and it's sort of just off the back of a few picks, but the Hexifier comes out of the back, and now Kanga are on the back foot. Wait.
What?
Wait.
No, he's
what?
there! The random noob! He got behind
Wait.
him, and he pushed it in!
Wait a second.
You can't take your eyes off him.
What?
That's twice in 2 games.
Oh, we'll have to find out. Game 3, will Envy take a 3-0 lead, or will Kanga start to fight back here in this set 1 of the PPL on day 2? Let's send it to your casters and find out.
Game 3 underway here, Warder's Gate, and Kanga stealing away what would be the ultimate comfort picks on the side of Envy.
It seems like Kanga are the ones running the show. They should be able to get this point.
And they do find the point, and that's on the back of 3 kills. So showing some life here are Kanga doing a great job utilizing those picks, finding the angles with Eevee to play, and it's pretty much been like Ruckus, Saris, Leon. He made a little progress with it, but his team did too well, got some kills, and they respawned behind him, so that's a little unfortunate. Yeah, he's going low again here. They're doing a good job of finding him in these fights. Chronix as well. He was top damage a minute ago. I imagine he still is now. He's finding the kills. Yeah, doing great job on this Cassie. That's 2 games in a row now where he's been top of the charts, and Kanga find themselves a push. There was just no touch.
And that's just, they kill off the 2 front lines.
Yeah.
Everybody else is looking around.
It's off the screen. Evil Eye trading 1 out for himself. Chronix gets back, gets some revenge on Arubu and finds 1. Pushing back Envy is Kanga, and Envy are going to elect to drop back 4 ultimate strong and regroup together.
It's going to be very difficult
They
to
see
be able to
Noob?
get in. Random Noob is going to be the one who has to find the touch unless they have a front line near enough. And I think Tolkien is going to be able to kind of stand near the objective long enough. And another convergence coming out, trying to find some kills.
Another convergence keeps the Barrack tied up for the moment. Not going to clean him up just yet. His Dome Shield wears off. Rock Monkey drops Cassie on the backside. Now Barrack trying to utilize that bowling ball to stay alive, and he does just that. Instead, it's Tolkien who falls. Barrack keeping himself alive, and up top to the left here, you have Ash pouring out damage. Gara, nice! Dread Serpent keeping Rock Monkey out of the fight and defended successfully as a result.
Closer than we've seen in a lot of the last games. This is Kanga not only having signs of life, but breathing life and maybe pulling some away from Envy.
Right, he does. Evil Eye on the backside kills off the Zin, but it's just going to be a little bit of a secondary prize here as Envy on that fast cap have found themselves back on the point. He's going to get in, try to get a touch, but he dashes right back into a Rubu fire. Yeah, and Kanga trying to fight without Ash because she's dead, and that equals a dead Joel's. Few picks on the back line. Evil Eye finds 1, but there's no touch in. Just late coming down is Ash. She was there, but just a moment too late. 30% for Kanga, though, and they are going to get on the point here. 2 still up for respawn on the side of Envy. They have 2 ultimates on the side of Kanga. 1, 2, and some change here on the side of Envy, but 66%. You got to make a move here soon if you're Envy. Point is so close right now. It's going to go whoever wins this fight, and at the moment, that is Envy. They find 2. They find 3. Looking to find it 4 is the Barrack, and on the backside, he does end up dropping, and now it's just down to a Damba, but it's not going to matter. Envy come back from down 3-1 to take it 4-3 here on Warder's Gate, and what a turnaround that was from Envy. I mean, it looked like Kanga had, Kanga did have all of the momentum going into that 4th point, and Envy just flip it on its head.
Envy have been dominant thus far. And Kanga Esports just trying to hold on, but one more game is all they have to test their might against the defending world champs. It's Jaguar Falls, and it's game 4.
Just yet. Some low health bars on either side, but this fight continues. The Drogos versus the Andro, and Andro gets the better side of this one. Rhino coming in on the backside, bit of a third party there, cleaning up Random Noob, so 1 for 1 to start things off, but Envy have found themselves nearly 60% here on the point, and now Rhino's going to be the focus of the Cassie and the Inara. Big game, looking to clean up the con on the backside, and it's only a matter of time. Nobody's going to get some healing. Watch your back, though. You got somebody coming up, and it's the Drogos. He's going low as well, and this is just a battle back and forth. Random Noob finds him again. 63% now for Kanga. They've just been chilling on the point the entire time, and it's just been 1 for 1 trades across the board here. Find the damage. Are they going to find the kill? He has 73 health. He chases it. Chronix cleans up Rubu on the back end, so the ult does end up helping him find a kill on that one. So finding a little bit of space here. Are Envy going to elect to fight anyway? Ace and Envy are pushing right now, looking to make it a clean 4-0 sweep.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't lock him down. His loadout is literally built around being momentous, being able to move around. And Joel's unfortunately right into a Dread Servant pushed back out. This should be a push.
You'd think it would be. You'd think it'd be 4-0 on Jag Falls. You'd think it'd be 4-0 here in the set. The Zen doing his best. Not going to be enough. Envy find themselves a clean 4-0 game 4.
Going to be the top of the standings for you, but I mean that's kind of what you expect from Envy, especially in this matchup. I'm looking more at Kanga of what did you learn in this set? What are you going to be able to internalize, and will you then be able to turn that into something positive next week, the week after? 13 weeks of play, all best of 7s. You've got plenty of time to get better. This is week number 1. It didn't start the way you wanted it, but there's still so much more to go.
Plenty of time left for them in the PPL, but Envy again, off to a clean 2-0 start. Let's send it back to the guys at the desk to break this one down.